Yeah.
Yeah,
Was that a transition point?
Feed forward?
Yeah.
I thought it was a fantastically valuable exercise.
Uh-huh.
And I thought it was just so intuitive. Like I never thought of that before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's just so simple and actionable. And that's one of the things I like about the course in general.
Uh-huh.
It's super simple and it's super actionable. It's not a lot of, I guess there's a little bit of theory to deal with the underlying principles of motivation and connecting with people's passion, but it's primarily an action-based course.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really valuable. So, for example, one of the key theories, or one of the key principles of the course, is that to lead someone, you need to tap into what they're passionate about and to connect that passion to the task that you want them to perform. Mm-hmm. And so the exercise to drill that is asking people what they're passionate about. Mm-hmm. and asking that, and then asking them the reasons that they're passionate about, basically, mm-hmm. and then connecting that to the underlying passion, the underlying task that you want them to perform. Once you've identified the emotion, the underlying emotion that behind that passion, mm-hmm. you connect that to the task you're asking them to perform, and that's been really valuable for me. It's not only really practical in terms of drilling that, but really fun too. Now I've actually become a better conversationalist with people because of this. Uh-huh. So I can go out and I can talk to somebody about their passion and have a great conversation with them. And rather than just talking about the weather or some feeling awkward, I can talk about people's passions and connect with them. And that's fun.
It was because of that exercise I was pushed to think about it more and to really look at other people and find these little things all the way along. Can you help me with this? Mm-hmm. Can you help me with that? Invariably, people said yes. Mm-hmm. And so, not that I needed more of it, but it was just a way of engaging people along with, you can then pursue down this sort of, find out what other people are passionate about. If people are interested in helping me do this little task, they're probably interested in a lot of different things. And that was kind of an opener. That's why I'm describing that exercise as such a pivotal point in the exercise, or in the course.
How have you been able to implement it since?
Yeah, I did get a chance because I was actually the president of a student club on campus last year, and I'm the president of another club on campus this year. So throughout these 2 years, and then ever since I took the class with you, I did implement some of the theory, some of the exercise with my board members and get them to understand them a little bit more about their personal interest, why they're doing this, and eventually to align their interest with the task that I'm trying to ask them to do. So I think it has been effective for me to act as a leader. And also I think before taking this class, I think most people likely to confuse manager and leaders. Mm-hmm. So basically, you might have a list of stuff that you want people to do and then just ask them to do it. But then that might not be something that we envision as a leader.
That would be management.
Exactly. That would be more about management. To get people to do the task. But leader really everyone's on the same page and everyone's doing things effectively, understanding the big pictures behind why they're doing it. Ultimately, everyone is happy and the task is finished a lot better than what manager would do. So I think that's the real power of being a true leader. And this course definitely helped me to understand more on how to achieve that goal.
So to me, that's what this course has brought to me, is a clearer sense of process, or a different kind of process that works, kind of management, kind of leadership. It blurs a little bit maybe, but the process that this course, that we practice through this course, has made it much more fun to ask people to do things. Mm-hmm. And are, at least in my group, people are more interested in doing them when I point out that, hey, you're here because you like to be here, and wouldn't this task make your life here and all of our lives better? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's do it. And they might have thought that already. I didn't have to tell them, but to bring it out in the forefront and to really talk about it in a more open way gets everybody being interested and talking to each other about that interest. And it just makes it go a little smoother.
Mm-hmm. And that was one of the things that I took away from this course too, is that our actions really are guided by our beliefs, and leading people requires instilling the right beliefs in them and helping them when they have a belief that's taking them off track. And so drilling that was really valuable for me.
I expected it to be as experiential as it was.
Okay.
And I've taken other courses for that reason as well. So I it doesn't break up anything. I expected it to be interactive and working with other people and with ourselves, and it's that.
Okay, and it's met your
And it's
expectations?
fun. Yeah, it's very much met my expectations.
Okay, and you guys?
Yeah, I didn't really. I mean, I read the syllabus ahead of time, but I didn't realize the extent to which the course really is just a collection of experiences and then just discussing those experiences and learning from them. And that's really valuable. It cut out a lot of the filler, a lot of the dressing that I've seen in previous courses about leadership, and just got right into the meat and potatoes.
So what's meat and potatoes?
The drills.
So the exercise, the practice of leadership, the doing things. How about you?
I think I also pretty much on the same page. I did not expect it to be completely experiential, with probably some of the theories like that has long been established as academically. But like once I came to the course and then I started practicing and I realized, oh, it's pretty interesting and pretty interactive and engaging. And then a lot of the exercises that we do, sometimes I think it's a little bit philosophical, but then like same time because it's experiential, like it's not like theory, it's not like passive learning, but then like you really have to put into the work to the exercises, and that's how you gain the most. So it's not that something that you expect yourself to, just sit there and passively learn it, and then things will just click to you, but not that. Like, I think leadership is something that you can't just learn, but rather to practice and experience it. Yeah.
So
The course does become more demanding as it goes on, and part of that is because my interest deepened as, like after that feed forward exercise, my interest in the course deepened, and it, became easier to do those exercises. And I found myself spending more time. I mean, the course does become more demanding as time goes on. Or I just decided it was because...
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't
okay,
think
well, it did for me, but it was not like, oh, this is awful, it's more demanding. It was, oh, I guess I'm going to put more time in and talk about this and find out about this. And I expect to go back, especially through the different engagement exercises, a lot. No, I don't think, as with other courses, I will keep this syllabus and refer to this for some time.
Yeah, I've had that experience in my students' clubs before, and I think student clubs or like NGO, like in a lot of situations where money cannot be the incentives behind, or most of the time we have to use something beyond money as an incentive to people, and I think that's really where leadership comes from. And then the things that we learn in the class is really to help us to understand people more about what they want and connect that dot to your task, and eventually to accomplish the goal collectively. And that's why like everyone will be happy in a sense through the process. So I think I've been using a variation of your strategies to talk with people, and I lead to a lot of interesting conversations.
I think it's a great use of your time. I mean, it's going to make you a more effective business person. It's going to make you a better family member, better at dating, and also just it's fun. It's about connecting with people, and that's the most valuable thing that I've taken away from the course, is how to connect with a stranger and have a really deep, meaningful conversation with them, and that applies in a lot of different contexts, and can just make life a lot more fun. When you're in you have to be in a random place and you don't know anyone, and you can just kind of stay alone in a corner, or you can talk about the weather with somebody, or you can have a meaningful conversation with them. That's fun.
Say this is an extremely worthwhile use of your time. Yeah. If you are interested in connecting with people, if you're interested in being active in the world interacting with the people around you,
Mhm.
and yes, getting to know strangers as well. This course is really good. It teaches you a lot of tips and techniques, and it also teaches you, or me, about myself. Because of the exercises that we do, I find myself better prepared, and it's not just about the other people. I'm better prepared to meet these other people as well, and I'm better prepared to find their unexpected answers, or go with their expected answers, and try and open up their expected answers. And I find it equally true of friends or family or business people. I don't think it's just about business at all. I don't think this course is just about business at all. No, it really prepares you to interact with people in a very more complete way.
I think this course is empowering, because it helps one to understand another, and that process leads to a meaningful connections, and is a pleasurable experience to both ends. So that's why I think it's not that I'm trying to manipulate it, not that but the fact that I can understand someone in a deeper level, not on a superficial level, is also very gratifying. And the another one also really appreciate, someone is willing to understand that. So, and I think this mutual benefit really will have a positive impact onto both ends, and potentially, because now they understand a little bit better, they can do something even greater than they would have been. So I think overall it's really great. Yeah.
I would say this is among the best courses I've ever taken. I can't say the best; it's really good, but I've taken some really good courses. This is definitely among the top best courses I've ever taken.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know.
This is one of my favorite classes that I've ever taken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any last closing words? Anything I
Take
didn't
the
think
class. Take the class. It's worthwhile.
Yeah, take the class. He's a good guy.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.